Are you ready?
Yeah!
Cool. I don't even care. Well, fucking podcast. I don't give a fuck.
What? Nick, you have to care.
I do.
Okay.
It's a different. I meant in a different way. I meant the other way.
Oh. What way? I don't understand.
Like the way of like, I don't have objections to it.
Oh, okay, that's
Be like,
fine.
yeah, I'll do a shot. I'll do 2 shots. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Oh.
I'll do 3 shots.
I don't want
What
to.
do you do? How many shots you wanna do?
That's fucking far too many. This is far too many shots.
No, 3 shots is like that'll like
No,
that'll like do you for a little bit.
A fucking all night.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, you don't drink anymore after 3 shots.
Yeah, I'd rather not drink 3 shots.
Theoretically.
Of course.
Nah, you'd be fucked up. Like
I would.
You would be fucked up, but you'd be okay in the morning though. You'd be fine.
Like, I don't like to chug hard liquor, and by chug I mean do shots. Like, I don't like shots. I think shots are the worst.
Shots are kind of unpleasant.
I don't like them at all, and the older I get, the less I like them.
What was your height of liking shots?
It was really short lived. It was like, I did like 2 shots whenever I would go out drinking, and I'm like, this is enough.
Whenever you go out drinking, I've never done shots in a bar. That feels.
Well, I would usually get them for free because fucking industry perks. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like they give you a shot, and then you're like, all right, I guess I'm gonna order my drink now, and they're like, no, another shot, another shot.
Wait. Let me steal from my organization a little bit more. Hold on a second.
Hold on.
I'm definitely not. I'm not gonna bring that in. I'm not bringing that in.
Yeah, exactly. And then you end up 2 shots deep, and you're like, no, I mean, I would take another shot if I didn't want to drink anymore, but I do,
and then
so I'm not going to.
And then like the product manager comes by and he like weighs the bottle of gin and it's just like, Bob, what the get the fuck, Bob, you're fired.
Bob,
get the fuck out of here. You
fucking
ever show
Bob.
your face at this bar again, I'll fucking kill you.
Hell yeah. And then Bob gets fired, and you're like, shit, that was my hookup.
You're like, yo, be cool. I know I just got Bob fired, but I'm just gonna play it cool.
It's hard to play cool.
Yeah, especially when you just had 2 shots.
Whoa.
I was like super into shots for a while. Like good like year and a half.
I remember a period of time where like I would come home from California and I would drink with you, and you were like, let's do shots, and I'm like,
yeah, I was super into that for a while. I had this theory about like, when I'm drinking, I always like to begin with a shot because I thought it really got the ball rolling.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's just like really like, if you're just drinking beer, like you're not gonna feel anything until like you gotta drink that whole beer like fast. Then you'll feel something.
Mm-hmm.
Briefly,
it's fleeting.
And if you stop, like, no, that's why you do the shot. You start the beer, and then somewhere during the beer, you're like, oh, okay, all right.
Yep.
All right, I'm looking at those squishy pugs.
Ooh, they're so squishy.
I want to squish them. That last.
Welcome
one
to the Bear vs. Mancast.
That last one in particular was. Oh man, was that it?
Mine's yeah. I'm putting all that in.
Sick. Yes.
Welcome to the Bear vs. Mancast. My name's Ryan.
Perfect. Classic Bear vs. Man subversion.
Yep, that's it. That's how we do it.
You
that's
deceived me. You thought you made me think that we weren't podcasting, mold me in a false sense of security, and then you got me when I was most vulnerable.
That's how I work.
Did I like?
What's your name?
Did I cuss a lot? Oh, my name is Nick. Did I cuss a lot?
No.
I probably cussed at least once.
Yeah, probably, but fucking, I just did it right now, so we're even.
Guys, today is June 5th. It's 2016.
It is. Yep.
This is episode 65.
It is.
The Beer vs. Mancast, tentatively titled Beer vs. Mancast 2.0, Harambe Memorial Podcast.
Oh, fucking R.I.P., man.
Yeah, rip, man. That sucks. But, like...
I like gorillas.
Yeah.
I like the gorillas, and I like gorillas.
Yeah, they're all right. It's tough, because I'm not going to tell you I know how to run your zoo, but, like...
My personal zoo?
No, like, I guess that's what they had to do. Like, it would have been so much worse if that kid died.
So, yeah, realistically, yeah. But, like, at the same time, fucking watch your kids. Fucking make sure your kids ain't crawling into gorilla enclosures so that people don't gotta shoot an endangered species to save your stupid kid.
No, I
like, fuck you.
Yeah, I know, and there's, like, a certain level of social Darwinism that applies here, but...
Yes.
Or not even, that's not even social Darwinism, that's just Darwinism. Like,
you
fell in the gorilla pit? You weren't the
the
fittest. Later.
But
you can't, but that's
not to kill you.
That's not how things work today.
This is correct.
And, like, I don't, like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not saying that the zoo saw, like, oh man, we gotta save this human life. Humans are so much better than animals. Like, they're just like, do you know how much too much of a headache it's gonna be if this kid dies? Like, that's gonna suck.
I read a really interesting article about that gorilla and about how apparently he was a male that got, like, carted around to breed with other females.
He's a stud.
Because apparently he has, like, a good genetic line. And,
not anymore.
Well, fucking A, right? I imagine there's tubes of his sperm in a factory.
In the
freezer somewhere.
In the gorilla sperm factory.
Yeah. But, like, apparently him banging other lady gorillas was a huge deal because he was good for that.
I saw a gif of a different gorilla just get on two legs and just, like, haul ass, like, back into his, like, cubby.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was like,
that was funny.
It was like 2016, and a kid just fell in my enclosure, and he's just like, "Nope, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Nope."
He turns around and walks
also,
two
really,
legs, really out of here.
Interesting and unfortunate timing: the release of Overwatch, along with what happened to that gorilla.
Yep. Fucking A, right?
Lots of jokes being made about Winston's play of the game that maybe were kind of unnecessary, but.
Yep.
They went well. I mean, memes are a good.
Memes are memes, dog.
Yeah, memes are gonna meme. Like,
that's fucking right.
Come hell or high water. Hey Ryan, I got a quick question. I really want to talk about video games, and I know that we're very much interested now in keeping it tight in a different way. We've always kept it tight. Bear vs. Man has always been based very firmly on keeping it tight. We're going to find new ways to keep the Bear vs. Man cast tight by wasting less of your time. But I do have an important question for you, because something happened to me today that I need your opinion on. And if I don't like your opinion, I will ignore it and reject it. But we'll see. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So, like, a couple of months ago, this is about Domino's Pizza. Are you in the right headspace to answer this question now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Couple of months ago. All right.
Yep.
I got an order for Domino's Pizza that they delivered it to me, and I thought the pizza was burnt or overdone.
Okay. Yep.
And so I contacted the establishment, and I said, "Sorry, we done goofed. Here's some coupons to eat some more pizza later for free."
Okay.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's very nice of you, man. I appreciate that. Finally got around to cashing them in. It's been a long time. And so I pulled them out. I looked at the front, and it says Domino's Pizza, good for two medium pot pizzas, whatever.
Yep.
To avail, and it literally has a spot to put, like, which restaurants can you use these at? Because I know, like, that's a thing. Like not
Yeah, they
there's
only carry
no
to certain
Domino's
districts
gods. Yeah. But this one,
Right,
it actually had a spot
right.
to put in which locations is this good at, and it just put any Domino's anywhere.
Any Domino's.
Any Domino's. I was like, well, that's really unusual,
Okay.
but that's great. And then there was a little thing at the bottom of it, and in small text it said, I'm paraphrasing here, but it said, if you're not within range of delivery of a delivery for a store, you may also use this on a takeout order. Which says to me that it's like implied that you're going to get it delivered.
Like the coupon specifically implies that you will probably order delivery.
The fine print said if you're not within range if you're not in delivery range from any store, you can also use this for a pickup order.
Okay.
Like,
yes.
which says to me that listen, you're going to get this for delivery, but if you can't for some reason,
here, get a takeout.
I always thought, yeah. So I call my now local Domino's, which is not the same one that messed up my order.
Yep.
And we're like, hey, we got these 2 coupons. Can you please bring us 2 pizzas? And they say no. Because they need to see the coupons. We need to bring them the coupons to prove that they... okay, they didn't say you had to prove their existence to us. But they're like, yeah, we have to just see them before we'll do that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I hung up the phone and I was like, is this for real? Like, are they implying that I might be lying?
So, I used to work at a pizza place.
Okay.
We would give people free pizza coupons.
Mm-hmm.
What would often happen is like, we have this coupon. Can we use it? We're like, we're not sure. We'll take it, but like, if it doesn't work, because like we had to like put it through the system.
Yeah.
So like, if it doesn't work, we're going to have to ask for alternative payment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they would give us like the number, but like maybe Domino's doesn't do numbers.
It didn't have a number because it was very official looking.
Mm-hmm. So like,
but
I would assume it was like some sort of store specific manager coupon, and somebody fucked up by writing any on it, and they shouldn't have.
Well, on the back of it, it also said, it basically had a thing that said like, hey, if you had to take this coupon at your restaurant, let me know and I'll like reimburse you.
So the restaurant you ordered from is a fucking idiot then.
Well, they just wanted to see it, and like I didn't have time to get in with them about it, but it was like the most infuriating thing ever. Like, how about you at least like I'm sure it works differently. Like I can't like, or it's like just bring me 2 pizzas. If they don't check out, I guess they just didn't want the delivery guy to have to decide if they were cool or not, because then he can get in trouble. I was like, if you come and they're not cool, they're cool, but if they're not, I'll pay you in cash, whatever. It's gonna be like $15.
Yeah, no, that should be a thing.
It was literally like, it was just too late, and we like just need a pizza, and I'm just ordering it online. And then I was just like, wait, no, I don't have to stand for this shit. And I sent him an email. Because like I also work in a restaurant where that's a very wide-reaching brand that
right.
Like we're not all the same thing. I understand that all the time.
You mean like nationwide?
Yeah, at the very least.
Yeah.
Once a day, I get a coupon, like a $10 sorry we fucked up coupon, and on the back it'll say it's good at these stores and list like so many, like 20 different stores. And I'm like,
but you're not.
And
they're
like, here, let me just use this coupon, and I have to go approve its usage. And I'm like, hey, to the careful observer would notice that the name of the town that you are standing in right now is nowhere on the back of this thing, but I'm going to take it anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, am I going to go to work tomorrow and find that they closed the doors because I gave away $10 worth of food?
Yep, that's how that works.
I don't know why this Domino's guy is stressing so much. Am I irrational for being upset?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I feel bad though because I sort of raised hell. Like,
oh well,
I
mean,
put in
fine.
like a comment through their like internal like system that like other people are gonna see, and like that guy is gonna like the manager on duty is gonna hear about it, and I feel bad, but shouldn't he call me a liar?
Right. So fuck that guy.
Yeah, seriously. And then I also I had a direct line with the guy who sent me the coupons because they didn't get to me the first time, and I was like, hey, I just moved. I don't know why the other ones didn't get to me, or if you didn't send them or what, but you need to send me new ones. Mm-hmm. I emailed him and I was just like, hey, Tewksbury fucked up. That store messed up. He's like, I don't own that one. I was like, I literally with like at this point I just had like 2 beers because I was so heated.
Yep.
That I was like, this is not unhealthy. This is not substance abuse. I need to chill out. Yeah. And then I sent him back an email that said, hold on, I'm going to read it. This is terrible. I'm a bad human being. Did he get back to me too? No, he probably was like, I'm done after that one. Sent. Is there even a Domino's in that town? Oh, I guess that one is technically in Burlington. He said, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I don't own the Tewksbury location, so I have no control over them. I said, cool. Hey, which locations do you own? I would like to find some place where I can actually redeem my coupons instead of being insulted. Which, maybe, like...
I mean, that's a little rough.
Yeah, this guy didn't even do anything.
A little harsh.
This guy whose name I don't even know of anymore because his signature and his, like, scent receipt are different things, but... Oh, the other store he owns may actually still be able to deliver to me. Okay, so I think the consensus is maybe I laid it on a little bit too strong, but also like kind of fuck that guy. Okay, I feel better. Okay, Ryan, let's talk about something video game adjacent. What do you got?
Ooh, buddy.
Can you get angry for a second? Do we have to do these in order?
No.
Okay.
No. In that case, we have to start with Ryan color-coded us because why not?
Yeah, I noticed that. I changed my color a little bit, and now they're both really samey.
Yeah, but they're still different.
Can you just be red? Is that still your favorite color?
Red hurts my eyes.
But
no, purple's my favorite color.
You used to love the color red.
Yeah, when I was 8.
I didn't know you then. It seems like it, but I did not.
10. 10?
Yeah, that's 10. Closer. Okay, so what do you... Okay. In order aside, what do you want to talk about?
I kind of want to talk about this bad game.
Oh, can I guess what it is now?
Absolutely.
Is it One Piece Burning Blood?
Fuck yeah, it is. No. That game sucks.
Hey, you know what game... By the way, just made me think of this today. I see it every once in a while. You know what game came out and I played and I just have been completely silent about?
Is it this one?
No, Star Fox Zero.
Oh, yeah.
Came
out,
and I bought it, and I played it, and I have nothing to say about it.
This is fine.
Besides, it turns out that maybe the N64
was the best one.
Was not. Like, we may be looking back on the N64 too fondly.
I think that's true of literally almost every game in that system's catalog.
Ocarina of Time is
few exceptions.
Pretty tight.
Like I said, there's like a few exceptions, but like for the most part, that catalog is not that tight.
Well, what? I don't think anybody really claims that. Like
I know there are some people like, no, N64 is the tightest console that ever consoled, and I'm like,
but what games do they particularly espouse as being the greatest?
I think people have too big of a hard-on for Super Mario 64. I think that game did revolutionary things to 3D platformers in that they practically invented them, or at least refined them to the point.
Ryan, have you considered the idea? I'm going to posit this idea to you. Super Mario 64 is tight.
Like, is it the whole idea?
Is it the bet? Like,
I don't think Super Mario 64 is the tightest.
I wouldn't say it's the tightest either. Like even in the realm of specifically 3D of Mario games in 3D, I like Sunshine a lot.
Super Mario Sunshine is all right.
I really like Sunshine.
It's an okay Mario game. I don't know why we're talking about this, but I
where'd that come
at one
from?
point, I don't know. At one point, I want to.
Remember before we started recording, we were talking about the rapper T.I., and I was like, I had this moment. I was just like, how do we start? Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's fine. At some point, I want to play for possibly the first time that I remember Super Mario World, because apparently that's the best Mario.
It's the best 2D Mario.
Right. For a long time, I thought, well, obviously Super Mario Bros. 3 is the best 2D Mario, but I think Super Mario World might be the best 2D Mario.
No, Super Mario Bros. 3 is very good.
Nothing.
But then again, if you consider, and I know you don't, so just shut up. If you consider Super Mario Maker to be a video game, to consider it to be a Mario game at all, that one's probably just like by statistically speaking, like objectively the best. But if you're looking at like actual games, like with world maps and level progression and all that stuff, definitely Super Mario World.
Yeah.
It's hard though.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you played One Piece Burning Blood.
Burning Blood. That game is bad, Nick.
Oh, why? It seems fine. It's got anime in it.
That's its only redeeming quality.
Oh,
it's really so. Have you ever played one of the more recent Naruto games, like Ultimate Ninja Storm?
yeah, those games are pretty good, honestly.
I played through like Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 sometime last year, and I had a great time.
Is it the one that concludes like with right before Pain or right after Pain?
It was like before it was like exploring stuff that happened in the manga storyline that like wasn't actually finished yet.
Oh, I think
so. They like made a bunch of stuff up.
Did I play? What is there 4 and then Ultimate?
There's like a 4, and I think like the Ultimate might be like on PC or a different platform.
I think that's the one that came out like 3 months ago.
Something like that.
I played the one right before that, I think. The last one was PS3.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so yes, I did. Disappointed this story, I did.
Yeah, those games are like fun, and you know, the combat is kind of engaging, and the buttons, you know, the combos feel good, and you know,
tactile,
So imagine like one of those Naruto games, except all of the buttons feel like garbage. All you can do is mash square, and it feels really shitty the whole time you're doing it. Remember how much I didn't like Pokken Tournament?
Yeah, you didn't like that very much.
Would rather play Pokken Tournament.
Did it suffer from the same problem though? That it was like
very similar.
Feel
problems.
like you were doing anything?
I feel like I have no control over my destiny in that game. You're just like It's the weirdest system. So like, you only push square or triangle depending on like if you're trying to break your opponent's guard. If you're trying to play your opponent's guard, you push triangle, but they can block that. So if you want to break the block all the time, you can push triangle and circle at the same time and do a weird charge attack, and that usually breaks their guard, but then they can still just dodge out of the way, so who cares?
I think it's supposed to be like a rock, paper, scissors thing. It's like you're playing,
but it's like worse than that.
It's like you're
though.
playing The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, and it's like your enemy will go to with a regular attack, you have to block, but if they go to power attack, you have to bash them with your shield, and if they're blocking, you have to power attack, and so on and so forth.
I would love to give One Piece Burning Blood all that credit that has, but it's not like that at all.
That's too bad.
It's a fucking mess, and it's the weirdest shit where like if you finish a square combo, you do like a finishing move, but if you just hold L1, you can do the end of the finishing move, which is the best part because it does the most damage. You can kind of just do that over and over again. And then like there's like a burst mode for each character that you access by pushing in the right stick, and then all your moves change, but they're like all the same, so who cares?
That's upsetting.
There's like all these things about like if you want to do a ranged attack, instead of like being far away and just pushing the attack button, you have to push jump, which is its own button, which is garbage, and then it's like jump and square, which is like X and square.
I mean, is this like if you're jumping with its own dedicated button? Does that mean that you're like there's like a platforming element, like a la
nope,
like Grand
jump.
Battle? Remember the Grand Battle games?
You can just jump. You can just jump. You can jump, and jumping avoids range attacks. And that's the only purpose to jumping. And the range attacks aren't even that good because you're like, all right, cool, I'm Luffy. I can fucking extend my arms indefinitely forever because I'm made of rubber, and they put like a hard cap on it. And it's really not clear because of the isometric view of the camera that's like constantly behind you. So you actually have no clue how far your fist goes. And it seems to be that, like, even if, like, your fist goes far enough, like, if it goes too far, your stupid arms don't do any damage. So, like, you can shoot your arms past a dude, and even if, like, your arms connect with him, but your fist doesn't, like, it doesn't do any damage. It's all garbage, Nick. It's
is there, like, super big, flashy anime cutscenes?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay,
But
that
like
that's good. That's to its credit. Like that's something that game would need.
The worst part about them is that they're all rendered in engine. They're not actual anime cutscenes.
And they don't do anime cutscenes anymore. Like
they fucking should, because they're just retelling the story of the anime. They should just pop that shit right in there.
I think I talked about this already, but that game, the Arslan Muso, which is an anime I've never heard of before they turned into a Muso game, and it's just like, yeah.
Oh, all right.
They do that really well. They have actual, like, it's not actual anime, but they have, like, anime drawings that they animate, and they, like, articulated all the lines into dialogue that you could, like, mash X through, and then they seamlessly transition it into, like, rendered, like, 3D models. It's not perfect, but it does the job really well, and it actually is good at telling the story. And that's a game that needs story. But One Piece is just like, I don't know, I'm a rubber man, I'm punching you. You're dead now.
Yeah.
And now listen to this extremely sad backstory. Ryan, is that game all in Japanese? Like besides the text?
The text is in English, but everything else is Japanese. There's no
is garbage.
There's no English subs.
Okay, so
it's actually fine. Yeah, this game sucks, Nick.
Let me get into the subject of full Japanese games, like fully like undubbed games. A few years ago, I mean, like within our careers of playing video games and like ingesting Japanese culture, there was a period of time where like, every game got redubbed. And then there was this like outcry from like the forums at Gaia.com, presumably, that they were like, no, we need to hear the original Japanese. It's just so much more of like a vocal and emotional language. and I know I can't understand it, but that's fine. And so some game for like a hot minute, people were like just leaving the old ones in there and putting in new ones, and then like some were just not like just dubbing it, not putting in the old ones because they didn't think it was appropriate. Like, this is the only one you need, you guys. You know, like the French version doesn't get Australian localized English. You know, why would it?
Right. Right.
And now they don't do it. They leave in the Japanese voice tracks, and it's like acceptable because so many people were whining about it not being there a few years ago that they can just not dub it. And I'm like, yeah, but I kind of want you to dub it.
Nick, what if Persona 5 is like that?
They wouldn't dare, Ryan.
Would they not dare?
That's different.
All right, I'm just saying.
That's so upsetting. I didn't even think about that. Dude, this is the hype train for Persona 5 is quickly turning into a hype roller coaster. I'm very concerned.
Fucking hype mot jet over here, bud. It's fucking...
Oh, it's hitting some real turbulence, though. Like, there's some air currents that are, like, fucking this jet up, man. So, but here's the opposite thing is, like... So they do that. They just change out the text. And they release the game here. And they're like, there you go, $60. We didn't spend $1 million on localization, on voice talent. But we still want $60. Pay up. Give it. Yes, it's download only. What are you going to do about it? Pay up $60. All Japanese. You can't even... And, like, a lot of these games, like the game that affects me the most is, like, all these Muso games that are all in Japanese. And all I need is, like, to be able to hear a dude go, like, reinforcements are coming in from the west. All right, I'll go west. But I'm so focused on, like, making sure that every swing of my sword hits as many people as possible that I'm not reading the text on screen.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're just speaking in Japanese, I don't. It's very upsetting. And with the, like... And that's the thing, is like, now that they can get away with it, they won't do it. Except for, like, huge ones. Or, like, games that they think people are not going to play unless they're actually in English.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Dark Souls.
Man. Fucking...
Like Dark Souls
that's the one.
is like a game that Namco Bandai said, like, we really want to sell this to a bunch of dumb white people who've never heard of this game before. So we gotta just make sure it's all in English, otherwise they'll be like super confused. I think the dubbing in that game is well done, though. They do fall for my least favorite fantasy trope, though.
What's that?
There's actually a word for it on my favorite website, tvtropes.org or .com. I don't know. That in fantasy settings, everyone is just British. Which is like... Maybe that's why Skyrim is like my favorite game ever. Because they just don't even give a shit.
That way? That's right.
But like, you know, and like you have like Fable that did it really bad. But that's because it was a British studio, so... They just used what they had.
You can fault them so much on that, but
they were really bad about it. Like, they might be like the reason that that's a problem in 2016. Like, they popularized it. They made it a problem.
No, I think Lord of the Rings did that for sure.
Like the movies?
Yeah.
Okay, I would definitely entertain that argument as well.
Like fucking Legolas and all that, all his garbage is just like, hey, fucking hey, I'm an elf, boy.
And now fast forward to today, and we have Tracer's voice.
That's fucking direct line. There's like only 2 degrees of separation. That's it.
That's a lot of years, but only 2 degrees. I finally played as Tracer. I checked to see. I want to see what the fuss was. I get it.
Oh, all right.
I get it. It was
fun. Get it?
I checked to see because there is a certain amount of preferences that you can switch on a hero-to-hero basis. You can either change universal
That's part of
settings,
Overwatch. Yep.
or you can also just change it just for Reinhardt. And I made the switch to like ultimates are right on the D-pad and change weapon is Y. I really only use that for 2 different heroes. And like I could make it so that just Mercy and Torbjorn have that switch, but that would confuse the ever-loving shit out of me.
Hell yeah, it would.
But then it makes it really hard to like stick someone with Tracer because I have to reach over to right on the D-pad to use it. It's complicated.
Yep.
Yep. But that game, I like that preferences menu is great. That's like some PC level shit on my Xbox. I also heard they made the controls all fully customizable, right? I heard that like someone posted on the Overwatch Reddit like this really touching story about how he's got like mild like palsy in his right hand or something like that. And or no, his left hand. And there's never been a video game that he could snipe in because he can't like depress the trigger on his left hand for very long. But now the controls are completely customizable. You can just...
Oh, so you can imagine a scenario where like he's scoping in with like right bumper and then firing with right trigger.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I mean, like he can still like, you know, if he's playing as like Soldier 76 or whatever, like you can still like hit a bumper on the left hand like just once, like just shoot the missiles or activate the dash, but he just can't keep it depressed. So he just wrote this long post about like, hey, thanks Blizzard for making me be able to play video games again. And it's really, really cool. And you look back at like all these years of console first person shooters and you're like, why didn't you guys, why? Like you just put in bumper jumper and call it a day? You're like, yeah, you can jump with the bumpers in Halo 2, but I don't know what you want to. Bye, see ya. Like, no, you just customize everything. I don't see what the problem is here.
Yeah. No, that's a real thing.
To revolutionize PC gaming as we know it, and then be like, all right, you guys want us to do consoles next? We got you. We'll do consoles next.
Yes.
Speaking of Overwatch.
Yep.
That game's
I like Overwatch,
fun.
Nick.
So like, you can buy loot in that game.
I did it.
You did do it. I thought about doing it, but then
You're better off.
Well, no,
You're
I
better
found
off.
out that you can get duplicates.
Oh, that's yeah.
And so here's okay. That's super problematic for like a variety of reasons. They like put this carrot in front of you saying like, oh, every character's got 50 unlockables. And then they give you a couple of crates, a couple of boxes.
Yep.
And you expect that like, oh, eventually I'm just going to... I know there's a lot of heroes and a lot of stuff to unlock, but I'll get to it eventually. And every box just contains like 3 sprays and you already have one of them. And
yeah, that sucks.
If that game was free,
sucks.
I would have 0 reservation with spending $40 on 50 boxes. But I paid full price for that game. And as much as I love to customize those characters, because like the characterization and the design and everything are just so well done and deep, and like makes you like give a shit about the characters and like looking cool and stylized and having like good time doing it. But like, I paid full price for that game, man. And if there were no duplicates, I still might do it. Spend $100 on Overwatch and shiny things within it because I like it a lot. I like playing it with my friends. I like looking cool in games. But if I just get a fucking thing of duplicates, do you know how? I'd be. Oh my god! I don't even want to think about how upset I would be.
So here's the thing. I think the part what what if that game was a nominal fee? What if that game was like $15?
I would still drop 40. I would still drop 40.
would that change your opinion
About
on
repeatable
like,
loot?
That, and also perhaps like even purchasing loot in the first place.
I mean, I don't think I still would only the grand total of what I spent. I would try and keep below 60. Probably.
Because I can totally envision, say maybe a year down the road, even at its soonest, where Blizzard cuts the price of entry down to like $20 to get in, to like just buy the base game, and then because they'll make a buttload of money.
A real good chance
boxes.
that the PC version, if not all of them, eventually go free to play.
I wouldn't
eventually.
be surprised. Yeah.
Just like I think at one point they said, they were like, "Yeah, WoW will eventually be free to play." Almost,
It's
almost
arguably
certainly
really close.
it'll someday be free to play
because of the token shit and how
that's
if
different.
you spend any real time making money in that game, you
right?
Yeah, it
right.
is, but
it's different.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, like, there's no such thing as game time. It'll eventually become a time. There'll be a time that there is no such thing as game time in the World of Warcraft.
That's fine. I'd be okay with that. What was I gonna say? Overwatch.
Something about Overwatch? About buying stuff?
Oh yeah.
No, I think
as it stands, I wish I did not spend $40 on.
Yeah, but you
boxes.
look so good on some of your characters.
But like, it's totally ruined the progression aspect of it. It's like I don't get excited about the boxes because most of my boxes have like two.
It takes so long to get a box now. It just infuriates me when there's anything good in it.
Apparently, the leveling pace totally flatlines at like level 20.
But it still takes so long. Like, it takes a long time.
Like, it totally
to
just
level up once.
It takes, after you get to 20, it's just like fucking. This shit takes like 8 matches to level up. Like, your only hope, there's like a first match completed experience bump, but like other than that,
you play the
every
party,
day
you get 20%
there's
extra, but it's so much. Like, it still takes so much to level up.
So it takes a long time.
I think that it's different in a game like Hearthstone, not just because Hearthstone is free, but like because you get those duplicate cards, it'll happen. You can kind of do something with them, and I know that they refund a small portion of your money for, like, if you get a spray you already have, you get 5 Overwatch bucks back. I don't
Overwatch bucks.
It's just different, man. Like, it's a collectible card game. Like, that's the point, is to buy card packs. But but this thing is totally optional. I don't know why they don't. Here's how I see it.
Yeah.
It's totally optional, yes, but you're going to dangle this carrot in front of your face. They should just make it possible so that, like, they're just like, listen, kid, if you want to spend $500 on this game, you'll just have everything. Instead, they go like, yeah, you can spend $500. You might not be done,
but you probably won't.
You won't even be done then. Like, no, just if that's what the cap is.
No, because
seriously, okay, how many heroes are there?
But the most extreme person, right? The most extreme person would be like, okay, I'm not done yet, and then they'll drop another 200 until they get
there's
there.
21
like,
heroes.
Yes,
and that's
an extreme case.
53 items per hero.
There's 54 per hero.
For most.
Some of them have 55, depending on. There's 1,000. There's 1,134 unlockables.
Okay,
that's good.
So you get 4 in each one. So you need 284 loot crates. Let's divide that by 50. And then multiply that by 4. $226.80 is what you need to spend to get the possibility that you'll get everything in the game.
But there's like no way you won't get a duplicate
exactly.
before then. Like,
exactly.
There's no way.
So
Yeah.
why can't they just go? Listen, we at the best we're getting $280 from somebody, and someone went, not enough. Put in duplicates. We need more. Not enough.
Hell yeah, somebody said not enough.
We need more. Put in duplicates.
There's enough stupid people who would be like, yo, dog, what if I just got more boxes?
And it's not even like Counter-Strike Global Offensive or Dota 2 where you can sell, barter, trade like the items that are duplicates, the items that you don't want or don't need. Instead, it's just like, oh, I spent $40. I got a Reinhardt skin. I don't use Reinhardt. Oh, well. I guess I'll just jump off a bridge. Like, that's all you get. And you're still not even done.
At a certain point...
There's not even guarantee that, like... Listen, you want more than anything, you just have to have Zenyatta's Turban Dude skin. You need it.
Yep.
Then you're like, I will do anything to get it. I will spend $260 to get it. No guarantee. Not even close.
No guarantee.
Ridiculous.
I can envision a world in which they start selling Overwatch currency.
I think I'd prefer that. Just get the ones you want.
I feel like the profit margin on it is less. Like, I feel like the ability to not acquire Overwatch currency in any other way other than to get either currency from a random box or to get duplicates. I feel like the profit margin for them to be like, okay, if somebody really wants a certain thing like so badly, they'll have to buy boxes.
Well,
to
that's
get there.
that's the thing. If you allow people, you give people the options, the tools to get what they actually want, they won't spend money on just getting a bunch of random shit they don't want in the meantime. Like, it's fine.
They want you to spend the money.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Like, they don't matter.
No, nothing matters.
I played this. I got me thinking about this, obviously, because I've been playing Overwatch. But also started playing this game called Nonstop Knight. I downloaded on the iPad, and I realized that it was really more of an iPhone experience. Because it's an idler, and it's not a clicker, which I'm very excited about because I'm actually over tapping and clicking. Like, that's not a sensation. Whoa. Like, the act of tapping and clicking is not what gets me off anymore. It's about, like, doing the thing, like, doing something simple, and then, like, waiting, and then checking back in and be like, oh, shit, look at all this shit that happened. This is crazy.
So you love Trimps.
I love progression. Trimps is a really good idler, like, a really, really good idler. This is,
yeah, it is.
a more visualized, a more, aesthetically focused one. Trimps is very minimalistic when it comes to aesthetics, but it's a really good one. But this game is like, imagine Diablo 3 if it was a clicker.
Okay.
It's an idler game. I don't want to call it a clicker. It's really not a clicker.
Isn't Diablo 3 already a clicker? Let's get real here.
It's a very different kind of clicker. But it's like you get a knight. Little knight boy, a little knight girl, and they're in a dungeon, and they just run to the nearest group of enemies and start hitting them with a sword. And you can, like, choose to activate a skill that'll, like, make them take them down a little bit sooner, or you can just minimize the app, and they'll just continue to grind against enemies, just hitting them with swords, and money pops out, and experience is gained.
Sounds all right.
And then, like, they'll say, like, oh, hey, we just reached the boss battle. I'm going to need your help on this one, big man. Open up the app, help him beat the boss, use a couple skills at good moments, rinse and repeat. And it's only been, like, a couple of days for me with a Nonstop Knight. But I think I like it a lot. I think it's, like, a pretty satisfying idle experience. It's going to be... The real tell is going to be, like, when I don't want to play it anymore. Or, like, when I get sick of experiencing the loop. Or, like, when I'm opening... Or how many times I wind up opening it during a day. It makes me go... oh, actually, I don't want to do this right now. Or how often becomes necessary. Like, I guess it depends on how often you are resetting your game and like going back to level 1 and getting the currency that powers you up like more permanently.
Sure.
Practice, sometimes referred to as prestiging. After you prestige, it's like you go through the first levels like really fast. So that'd be a lot more like opening the app to progress a little bit. But I guess it's like that with a lot of games, like the hero clicker model of games, where you have to beat the boss. You have to be strong enough to beat the boss in a certain amount of time. Which is hero clickers. That's like a subgenre of clicker games. Is the one like the gates are the bosses that you have to be able to beat quickly enough. That's not uncommon. So like I'm okay with that. But it does a lot of other things, right? Like there's just being able to use your abilities as opposed to like worry about like actually like tapping rapidly is a big improvement, because that is not fun. Like it's a thing,
right?
But it's not. No one's like gets excited for that part of the game. But they do have, obviously, it's a free game. It's got some in-app purchases. You can get gems to be used for a myriad of purposes, including buying gold, which I don't see the point in, because gold is your short-term currency. It's used to like upgrade your gear that all gets deleted and reset when you prestige. And like right now, I had this problem. I think I discussed this with you about Tap Titans, which is still tight. And like right now, if I spent 40 gems on coins, I'd get 88.3 million. But if I like waited a little bit and went down 2 floors, that number would be higher. So there's never a moment where you would be better off just waiting a little bit longer. And I found in Tap Titans that's not necessarily true. Like there is actually a moment or two in the progression cycle that the gap to the next thing you need, like the next hero to buy that'll increase your DPS to a level that you need it to be, the gap is so wide that at a certain point it makes sense to actually, if you actually give a shit about the game, you want to play it a lot, it makes sense to put like $1 in if you don't have the power up that you want from other means. I haven't played this enough to know if that point happens, but they did have this like introductory bundle. It's $5. You get an exclusive dragon pet, a bunch of gems, and a bunch of the resource that like permanently powers up your dude. And I'm like, okay. I put off buying it for a while because I was like, I just started playing this game. This is excessive. I don't know if I need to spend $5 on this. I'm going to wait. And I came to the conclusion that one of two things is going to happen when I bought this. It was either going to, A, enhance my ability to appreciate the game greatly, and I continue to play it and have a good time, and be satisfied by its progression mechanics, its progression mechanic cycle. Or B, it's just seriously so many resources, it's just going to break the game and ruin the magic of it, and then I'll be free of its curse. And both of those are good. I thought it a win-win situation. I'm still playing it, so I'm still cursed. But I have yet to see if it's like has any sort of respect for my time. And clickers don't have to do that. They don't have to give a shit about your time.
No.
But some do. So I'm going to see if this is one of them. Because it's kind of fun, and I don't have to click so much. I feel like it would just eventually be a thing. Like as I lost interest in it, I would just like play it, like actually open the app less and less, but never truly stop.
You're always playing.
I'm always. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Is that I can close it and go to work, and I'm still playing it. That's what's so great about it.
Still playing it.
You're still playing it right now? Yes. I mean, I was actively playing it for like a minute there, but I did put my phone down.
Yep.
but I am still playing it.
That's a mistake.
Do you suppose, because I don't know how much time actually passed since we started recording?
I do.
You don't have time to talk about graphics cards, do we?
No, because we're going to argue about that hardcore.
Maybe we should talk about that sooner.
Bummer. I want to just mention that Allison Road got canceled, and I'm
so here's the official statement
out.
about that.
Yeah, I want to know.
Prepare to be underwhelmed. Hi, all.
Okay.
This is okay. Let me properly attribute this. This is from their official Twitter account. Hi,
okay.
all.
Yep.
Sadly, Allison Road had to be canceled. Statement to come in the next few days. Thanks for all your support, and very sad it came to this. So, either...
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
Bummer.
Either A, just straight up cease and desist, you're a Silent Hills game. Please stop. Or B, they're rebranding and re-releasing it, like, as a different game?
Maybe.
I think
maybe
Allison Road, that title, is canceled. Like, the two words Allison Road are canceled, but I don't know if the game that Allison Road was going to be is also canceled. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I wonder. That bums me out mostly because I saw a trailer for it like when they first put up the Kickstarter, and I'm like, man, this looks good,
dude.
That was like, oh man, they got some like PT quality graphics going right now. And I'm like, oh, this is like a really tight proof of concept. Like, okay, here we go. I'm ready. And
like, I am ready to be
out,
spooked.
a year later,
bring on the spoop. And
right?
They didn't bring on the spoop.
They didn't spook me.
It's gonna.
So I'm sufficiently bummed out.
Well, we might not need to be as bummed out as we are yet.
So are you telling me that's like a small glimmer of
I don't
hope?
think we have enough information to just abandon all hope. I think in 2016, a lot of people on the internet want to do that, but things are really weird.
I give up hope every day.
Video games are weird, and like licensing things are weird, and now that they have a publishing company, things just might be different. And the game and they're not saying like, yeah, the entire team died. We all disbanded and died. Like, I think there is still hope, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm disappointed we have to wait until next week to talk about graphics cards, but I'm glad because I don't actually know anything about graphics cards. I'm going to tell myself that I'm going to pretend to learn more about them.
Look it up.
Because here's the only thing I know about them. And this is, I know there's AMD and NVIDIA. But the way I perceive it is like, and this is 100% because of giantbomb.com, is the equivalent of like, I associate, so NVIDIA users, in my mind, are also people who drive Ford trucks. No, the same kind of person. So like,
okay, sure.
To people who have NVIDIA cards, who like subscribe to the NVIDIA lifestyle, they just know like, they know like the name of their card. They know like the name of like the good card. Like, yo, you got a 980 in that thing? You got a 970? What are you rocking? A 970?
Yes.
What's good? No, I got a 980 at home. My rig. It's the equivalent of. It's the equivalent of. Yo, that thing got a Hemi? No, it's got a really powerful engine in it that just isn't necessarily a Hemi. Well, fuck you! You don't have a Hemi? Like, no, I got an AMD Sapphire 1870. It's like a pretty decent. It's a pretty decent like budget. But you got a 980? The fuck out of here! And it's just, I mean, that's just me. I'm sure they're fine cards. They seem expensive. We'll get into that later. But just like, you've been ingesting GiantBomb.com content, and they're just like, yeah, you got 980? Yo, you upgrade that 980 yet? You got 980? Yeah, you still working that 970? You suck. Yeah, I just gotta, I got my tax return just dropped my 980. Oh man, you got 980 in that thing? Fuck, it's so annoying.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
I'm gonna find my inner Zen. I'm gonna B.
Yep.
Try and learn more about graphics cards.
Okay. All right.
In the meantime,
this was the Bear vs. Mancast.
Yes, it was.
New and improved tighter tightness. What's good? You can follow us on Twitter at Bear vs. Man, where we tweet about stuff. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Bear vs. Mancast. Go like it. I put stuff on there when I feel like.
YouTube.com/Bear vs. Man.
Nope.
No? Bear vs. Man. Bear vs. Man Gaming?
I'm going to check it right now. We don't.
Okay, well, in the meantime, definitely twitch.tv/Bear vs. Man. That one. Tell you, that one is right. YouTube.com/Bear vs. Man Gaming is a place you can go for VODs.
I got tight Bitly links.
Don't
know about Bitly.
No one remembers a Bitly link.
Yeah. bit.ly/Bear vs. Man YT. I made that.
Oh, that's pretty good. The place.
bit.ly/BVMcast.
You want to go to Twitter? Do the Twitter.
Twitter's the most important one.
I mean, twitch.tv.
Followed by Twitch.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Bear vs. Man is going to be good because we're going to use that once a week, we're hoping.
I've been playing Fire Emblem again.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Yeah, Ryan likes that game. I don't know if the waifu fever is still in full effect, but...
I just got Charlotte in my party, and she makes
she's my conquest waifu.
She's not wearing any pants.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
But twitch.tv/Bear vs. Man. We do a show at some point every week, probably. We just put up our last show on YouTube, Bears and Dragons, Number Dose, where we play Dungeons and Dragons, which is another thing we do. Go check that out.
Yeah, hopefully going to do some more of the Bear vs. Man show.
That's coming up this week.
Eventually.
This coming week.
Whenever you listen to this.
Well, this is confusing because I want to put this up on Friday.
Well, then why... I wasn't going to date
whatever.
it, but I was just going to say we're getting back to it eventually. And that one's about video games instead of dragons.
Right, so video games. If you like video games and not Dungeons and Dragons, you're like, yo, fucking Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sick of that shit. Critical Role can suck my dick. Well, we got video games for you, son. We have video games.
On the Critical Role pre-show. Starring the cast of Bear vs. Man.
That's right. But that's going to do it. Thanks for listening, y'all.
Yeah,
great.
Thanks.
Oh, if you have an email...
Ooh. Yeah.
I want to read it.
Good call.
Questions at bearvsman.com. Send us an email. We'll talk about it on the show. That would be tight AF.
Rest in peace, my gorilla brother.
Fucking Harambe, you a tight dude, and I like you.
Yo, you Harambe, you alright, man. You alright.
Nobody saw it, but it did the thing where you pound your fist on your chest.
Nobody saw it, but I poured a little out for my homie.
Nobody saw it, but...
Nobody saw it, but I fired a gun in the air. Is that something you're supposed to do? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I did it.
Probably not.
It is now.
All right.
Later.
Later for real.